Hi, welcome to the show. My name is Iretiola. Now, our first feature is on an individual that can only be described as an Amazon. For 2 decades, she's plied her trade in the industry known as Nollywood, and till date remains relevant, using her very huge voice to improve the human condition. Kate Henshaw is the name. Acting, fitness, social work, and philanthropy is her game.
My name is Kate Henshaw. I am an actress. I'm also a medical microbiologist. I'm a social activist and a fitness enthusiast. I would say then the stories were better. I don't know if I can say better, but the stories resonated with people. They still do now, but I love the old movies back then. We would have rehearsals. We would meet and have rehearsals. Actors would get to know themselves, not as you appear on set, you get your script, you start working. There must be some kind of relationship, especially if you are playing an intimate part. There was more discipline then. There was more discipline, there was more professionalism then. And I'll say it's our fault that they don't know history. We're not putting enough out there for them to know. If you don't put out enough information about yourself, your industry, people coming up will think that it's an all-comers game and that they are the best thing since fried rice. So it's our fault. I'm a medical microbiologist. So every time I say that, people are like, huh? Really? Yes, I am. I studied in LUTH at Idiraba, finished, got my degree. And then somewhere along the line, while in university, I used to model. Shot my first TV commercial for Shield deodorant, 1990. Then at Swift Studios, they were in Ikeja. And I was doing a lot of catwalk on the stage, people like Emeka Osai, Yukiri Anunobi, Franco Shodi. They were all my colleagues. And then magazines, you know, magazines that you see, calendars. Then we used to have calendars with models on them. I was one of those models. I met JT, and he actually invited me to an audition. Paul Williams was producing for True Tales publication, Hints magazine back then, for a movie called When the Sun Sets. Just went along out of, let's see, nothing's happening today. Luckily, I was shortlisted, and then we had to be coming there every other day for rehearsals, for reading. And one of those days, the current Minister for Petroleum now, Ibe Kachuku, was in the reading. After a while, he called me into his office, and I'm like, oh, I like how you're reading, I like it, but I've been told that you won't sell my movie if I decide to use you as a lead, because nobody knows your face. So I would like to offer you the next role. Me, it was my own. Huh? Am I inside? Oh! Nice. I was just so excited. Very inquisitive, very, very interested in the adventure. 2 weeks later, we had to go to his home where there was a cast party. We used to have cast parties back then. So everyone was there. The director, Ifeanyi Anyafulu, stands up and makes an announcement and says, Kate Henshaw is playing the lead role. I looked at myself like, but I thought they said, what's my own? I'm happy, I'm still okay. I never, ever envisaged, thought, imagined that 25 years down the line, I'll still be doing this. This is where it would lead me to, which is a great place. I was just inquisitive. I wasn't looking to get anything out of it. It was not as a career path. I trusted the process because the movies were coming out of my ears. Everybody wanted to use this girl that was in this movie. Apparently, the film sold extremely well. There's this kind of bandwagon effect. If you're in a movie where it sells, everybody wants you in their movie, praying that you will bring the same magic to their production. And then there was this lull. I got to find out that there were the dry months where nobody is going to remember you or think that, oh, you're still there. So I found a job. I went to work with Oprah Williams as his client service executive in his organization. And I used to be the ones that would go to companies asking them for sponsorship because he had a program on air, Two Can Play. Was it easier back then to operate in this industry, to be a star? It was, because it was your quality of work. It wasn't Instagram that made you a star. It was your work ethics and the quality of your work, your acting. Now, is everybody's a star? Instagram makes everyone a star. but they're not professional enough. I would say some are not professional, but hey, times have changed. I'll tell you, one of the movies I did, it was dependent on the number of on the followers that some of the actors have, that they cast you in the movie. Not that you could act or you were bringing in a certain definitive skill to the table. It was on your followers. From 1 million up. Yes. Where does the place of the audience come in? They have power. They have, because apart from them being followers, they also have an expectation of the person they are following to bring in their A game. So you have to bring in your A game, whether you have 5 million, 500,000, 1 million followers. And if you don't, they're going to shred you. I'm a stickler for being professional. Call time is call time. It's not about you on Instagram. It's about you as an actor when you come into the project as a filmmaker or an actor. Forget who you are in your house on the gram. Do the work. People think acting is an all-comers game because we made it so. We left the door open. We have no regulations. We have no, how do I say it? No handbook, really, about who should be an actor and who shouldn't be. Like I said, once you're fine enough, you have the right body parts and maybe, I don't know, you're out there enough, they'll put you in a movie. That's why everybody thinks, I can do that. I can do it. It's very easy. But I can tell you that there's some producers, directors in this business that will not work with certain people. They don't care if you have 6 million followers. They're about the work. To the young Nigerian who thinks that acting is easy, we can all do it. Hand on my heart, 25 years, it's God. It's not a cliche for me. It's God. Me putting 100% when it comes to my work, professional, and keeping your head down. It's very important. It's easy to get carried away by the, wow, I love you comments. Oh, you're the best. Wow, wow, wow. But trust me, at the end of the day, what will speak for you is your work, is your body of work. Find other things to do. This tool is very important. The work will not come 365. And if it comes for 10 years, what happens in the next 5 years? Plan B, very important. Very, very important to find another way to rebrand yourself so that you're not just stuck in that pot of just an actor. I used to do a lot of stage plays, I still do when I get the chance. And one of those days we were performing, Project Alert on Violence Against Women and Children were there. I think it was the Vagina Monologues, yes. They were there displaying their stuff, the kind of work they do. So at the break time, when in between shows, I just walked around the lobby and I picked up the flyer. I'm like, oh, what's this? And I was talking to one of the people. I'm like, I would like to come to your office and see what you do. And that started my journey with them. I'm still with them after, this is 10 years now. I believe God put me in this acting thing to have that popularity so I can use it for something. But that's what I believe now, because 25 years later, most of the people I started with, they're not there. I think it's for a greater good. And I think that's what I'm doing, using my platform to bring voice to people who can't speak, to speak up for them, to talk about so many other things. I joined politics because I felt people deserve better. We as a people, we as Nigerians deserve better. And if I had won, I would have made my representation felt in the House. I wanted to help. Like I always want to do, I want to show them that you can really, really get good representation, get the basics, get the person who you have sent in there to speak on your behalf. They are the problem. They don't know the power they have. Will I make another foray? No, I won't. If I can go into it without money, I may try. But if I have to pay anybody for anything, for consultation, for even asking you to listen to me for 2 minutes, I'm not interested. Yes, you will see me speaking. You will see me talking. I won't hide my views about how I think, I believe things should be. I'm on a few boards. I'm on the board of one very active organization. It's called Policy and Legal Advocacy Center. They monitor situation rooms during elections. They have a lot of funding from DFID, from the Bill Gates Foundation. They create, how do I say, conferences with people in the National Assembly, bringing them up to speed about good practices and all of that. So I think that's a way of also trying to make sure that things are being done right and that eyes are on them to make sure that they're doing it the right way. The youth need to take things seriously because by the time you elect someone who isn't fit, it's going to affect you in your home, you in the larger society, because when they come up with some of their laws and their taxes and you can't keep up, you find yourself at a loss. The journey into the fitness for me began just immediately after my divorce. So I needed a place to go to, so to speak, to be with myself and to deal with whatever else was going on out there. And then I became so addicted that I didn't even recognize myself. People were telling me I was too skinny, I didn't see it. But later on I saw it and I had to find balance. I have become an apostle for fitness. I found out the secret to good health is physical and mental activity. More of a bit of everything, physical, mental, emotional. And I found out that we're very, very lazy in this country. We're sedentary, we want to sit in the office, sit at home, sit in the car, sit anywhere. And then we come up with we have this health problems that, just take over our bodies. If only we would exercise for 30 minutes. And I'm not saying gym. Mine is get moving, move. Especially when you're over 40. I'm more for women because women, we go through childbirth, we go through marriage, we go through emotional turmoil, everything. And I'm telling you that exercise will take care of everything. I want to be one of the most influential people when it comes to fitness because I think it's just not about size. Fitness is not about size. Fitness is about total well-being. Even though a lot of people look at the aesthetics value, she's skinny, she's toned, but apart from that, a lot is going on inside your body that you need to take care of. So apart from being an influencer, I want to do fitness wear, affordable fitness wears, because there's a lot out there, but I would like to attach my name to my own. I think it's that little thing, that one thing that you do consistently. That's what you'll be successful at. Consistent. You're doing, people know you for that. So it's that one thing that will speak for you or will, make you stand out from the rest. I did some singing back then. One of those things I told you an actor does and you're ashamed. Please don't go and look for the video. I did one gospel song many, many years back. And then I did one that I actually like. That was a collaboration with JJC Skills, See Us Now, talking about a better Nigeria. I really love that video. Yes, I would love to sing. I think I will speak to Cobhams. If I can do one soundtrack with him, I'll be very happy. I don't know. I think as the ideas drop in my mind, I just go. You never know until you try. So if something forms in my head, I'm seeing that, okay, it looks like it's going to be good. I'll try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And go on to the next thing. There has come a point in my life where I know who I am. I am happy with who I am and what I have achieved so far. My immediate family knows who I am. Those that matter know. Those that don't know. And it's not about pleasing the world because you can't please everybody. Very, very basics. Clean water, healthcare, schools, road, Electricity, 5. 5, the big 5. I will never be nude and be recorded and put out there for people to watch. My honest opinion about the Nigerian youth is they are not taking ownership of themselves and their country. My honest opinion about young contemporary Nigerian woman, she's all about bags and shoes. Brain, brain, brain. You need to be able to hold a conversation across board, not just magazines, dresses, posing in front of a gate or bathroom. You need to know what's happening in the world around you. Beauty will fade. Trust me, old age will come. But a mind that is fired up will remain fired up. Simple and comfortable, less is more. Too much, too much, too much of everything. Bleached skin. The neck is masked up to here. The skin is ain't matching. Speak out, speak your mind, speak the truth, and it doesn't matter if the crowd is on the other side. Stand your ground.
You just have to love Kate. Her heart is made of pure, solid gold. Now, our next feature is on another woman pulling her weight in the same industry. She first hit our consciousness with her soulful, sultry voice. Let me see if I can remind you. Love me, Jeje, love me tender. Today, she's contributed her quota to creating memorable moments on the big and small screen.
My name is Shaffi Bello, and I want to say I'm an actor. Yeah, I'm an actor. I guess slash singer. You know when you put that actor slash singer, and I'm whatever you call me. I started here at high school, Victory High School. It was a private school then, and then my father said, don't get spoiled. You gotta go. So I continued my education in the States. And, I started in a community college, actually, because, you know, when you travel, you're an illegal alien, so you get everything set, and then I transferred to Bowie State. And that's where I finished, communications and business administration. I started as a singer in my church. I started doing gospel, and I found that relating with people, singing was quite warm. And I thought, okay, why not? So one day, my cousin called me and said, hey, Shaffi, I'm laying this track. Come now, let's go do something. Mad one out. So I thought, okay, God, in the booth, I heard, love me, Jeje, love me tender. So I thought, let me echo him. Love me, Jeje, love me tender. And it became so sweet. And the producer came in the booth and he was jumping like, yes, 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 we got it. And we recorded the song that we thought was nice. Lo and behold, we were pioneering something. We were pioneering a song with English and Yoruba, and it started something great.
Love me tender. Love me Jeje, love me tender. Love me Jeje, love me tender. Love me Jeje, love me tender. You're my sugar, my honey, my tender lover. You're my sugar, my honey, my tender lover. Every day I think of you. Every night I think of you. Where? Every day I think of you. Where?
Get that question, did you know? You never know. When you're in the studio, you create a song. Sometimes you have an idea. You hear the song and you think, this thing's gonna blow, this thing will blow. But we didn't know, and we were recording in the States. So coming back to Nigeria and hearing that this song has taken over and it's a phenomenon. We did a few shows, then I went back because I just didn't think that was home for me. I didn't think music was home for me until marriage, children, and then I had that itch again. Then I went straight into gospel. So I have an album. I have duets that I've done with people. I've sang on stage with Papa San, with Israel and New Breed, Yolanda Adams, and the music has taken me a long way. But I love singing. It's home now. I just wanted to come here to pursue a door that has been opened, cracked open. And I thought, okay, at least I've done something. They know my face. I wanted to pursue the music or see what I can do in the industry. I wanted to do a talk show, actually. I went into a bank one day and I met Seyi Bello. And I saw him at the register and I was sitting waiting on a banker. And I saw him, he was about to leave and I said, hey, and we had known each other before. He had come to the States, so we knew each other. He said, Shaffi, what's up? What are you doing? Listen, my office is like across the street. Why don't we just stroll? So I went with him and he said, he looked at me and we had been just sitting, talking, and looked at me and said, and I have a movie I'm working on. It would be nice for you to take part in it. And I thought, well, I'm not doing anything right now, so why not? He said, okay, I think I'll write you a role that would be suitable for you in that movie. I wasn't written in before. And I thought, why not? And we made it happen. And instantly, I cut the bug. That's all. I just cut that acting bug. I didn't know. I had taken classes in the States, theater, and I had worked on stage. We even did community plays. But not quite. It was just because in the States you have your job and then you have the activities that you do. It was an activity. But when I got here, I caught the acting bug and I loved it. I was sitting in a girlfriend's house. We were, having wine and gisting. I said to her, I said, I'm still looking for stuff with this acting thing. I really want to do it. And she goes, and there's something they have where I work on. I thought, just mention my name, help me out now, what's up? She said, I can't do much, but what I'll do is I'll give them your number. They'll call you. If you go for the audition, they like you, it's up to you. You do the work. And I got a phone call from Tinsel. And they said, why don't you come in for an audition? I went in, auditioned, and got the role for Joanne. A role that I'm excited to play that. I love that role. Playing that role it made the bug worse because I just figured, you know what? I love doing this.
Mom, stop! I cussed the day that I met you.
Mom, stop!
I cussed the day I met you. Let me go! You liar! Public tap! Stop her! Stop her! No, you're not. You're not going anywhere. We're not done yet. Come back, Escolade.
I had a tough time with it in the beginning when I got the role and when I started playing it. And then I got several roles after that, playing the same character, so to speak. But then I learned to deal with it. But, okay, cougars are human beings. It's all right. But then if you sit down and you get to know me, then you realize I'm a married woman of over 20 years. I have a home and I cultivate my home and my children. And, so that's not who I am. But the thing is, I'm blessed enough to now have roles that I've been playing mother a lot. I played my kids' mother, I think now. So I've been playing mothers a lot, being a mom a lot now. And I'm not complaining. But now I think people have seen the versatility in me, and they call me for different things now, so which is good. I look at my competition and I go, okay, these girls are bad. So what am I going to do? But I know one thing for sure. None of them is Shaffi. So I bring Shaffi, and that excites people. It would always be gospel and inspirational music. You know, this thing we call business, the music aspect of it. Some people want to do gospel and they stay gospel. Sometimes you want to be commercial so you can, you know, spread your wings to bigger and better and brighter things. So I would say it would be gospel, it would be inspirational, but you will be hearing from me musically. Definitely. The contemporary Nigerian woman is now bold, beautiful. I am in awe of the women of Nigeria now, the ones doing it and making it happen. And the style that we have, what? The contemporary woman now is in Nigeria is a woman to look out for. We're coming. We're coming hard. I'm proud of the contemporary Nigerian woman. If faith was a drink, I would drink it. So my biggest flaw is to have more faith. Style is who you are. Whew. Second guessing yourself. Not being skillful enough and not being confident. 3 fashion tips. Take your vitamins, exercise, take care of the outside. So take care of the inside, the outside, and walk with your head up, because anything you wear from then on will look good. Trend, and you think you can do it all. You can't do every trend. If it doesn't suit you, don't do it. It's a fashion suicide. Wanting to be somebody else, it will make you look clumsy. And not having a mirror. Have a mirror, honey. Get a mirror. Like, look at yourself before you leave the house. And don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You think your stomach is bulgy? Yes, it is. My philosophy of life: God can, God will. He's done it before, he'll do it again.
Time certainly flies when you're having fun. It's time to go. But not to worry. I'm going to be back with another interesting edition of the show. Until then, let's stay safe and be kind to one another.